Welcome to Midday. A face that you want to see on a Monday morning is Brian Henderson's because he is the bartender at Storms.
I am.
So on a Monday, if this guy comes in, you know Monday's going to get a little bit better.
As is, right here.
Welcome. Happy to have you on. It's always fun to have you on. What are we drinking
Katie.
today?
I've already made up some margaritas.
Okay.
It's basically just some tequila, some triple sec, and some lime juice. But the ingredients that we put in there is we're going to do some knowledge on this and some garnishes and kind of go from there. So first of all, we have to try one of these.
All right, Margarita Monday. Let's get her started.
Here we go.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Very, very delicious.
Ooh.
All right. So pretty much straightforward. We got tequila,
Brian,
triple sec,
this is
and
my
lime
first
juice.
segment. I don't know. That's risky.
It's only going to get better from here on in, Katie. Okay, so the most important ingredient in this is tequila. Now, when we deal with tequila, we're looking, of course,
say it like
Mexico.
That. I have to say tequila.
Tequila, yes, very much so. All right, so we're thinking Mexico. Now, when you look at these bottles, we have many different styles. We have a silver, and we have a reposado, and we have an añejo. Now, when we have silver, it means it's basically just distilled right into the bottle. Reposado is Spanish for rested. It sits in barrels for approximately 4 months, 8 months, and then it gets put into the bottles. And we have añejo, which is aged approximately 2 years, 3 years, depending on how long they want to go for.
All right.
A lot of these use bourbon barrels from the States, because bourbon has to use a new barrel every single time, and then they put the product in here.
And then they can reuse it for something else.
And they can reuse it for something else. All right. So when you look at this, one of the most important things is these are government controlled. So when you look at a bottle such as this one, you see an NOM number and a CRT registration. When you see this on the bottle, that means the government is watching these guys in production and how they make this.
Okay.
So the important thing is the Weber Blue Agave. Now, a lot of people think this is a cactus. It's actually a lily. And what they do is they grow this, and then they cut it, and they husk it, and there's 2 ways you have to change the fermentable starches into sugars. And that is you can cook it in the ground with a whole bunch of rocks, throw it in there, cover it up, and that's the best way to go, or you can boil this. And then they take it out, and they grind it up, and get the pulp from it and the juices from it, then ferment it, then you can distill it and go from there. And a lot of these you'll see 100% pure agave. That's what you're looking for. So you can see the different color in this. This is from the barrels.
Yes, a beautiful amber color.
Beautiful amber color. Now, this stuff, Jose Cuervo, classic stuff, Friday night shots with the boys.
Everyone knows that stuff, yeah.
And when you see it, it says on here gold. Gold is good, but it's just coloring that's added to this.
Oh,
so this is good for mixing.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you see these other ones...
That's a key point. Good for mixing.
Yes,
it has a function.
good for mixing, yes, such as this right here.
Yes.
And same as silver. We want to use that for mixing. And blanco is another term we can use for that too. This stuff, reposado, this is for drinking straight or on the rocks. This stuff is delicious. I don't want to mix this with anything, all right? And when people come up to the bar and they ask me for some Patron, añejo, and a margarita, I'm like, no,
too good for mixing.
This is stuff you want to drink straight because it's just super delicious. Tastes like drinking Mother Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
very,
an
very
endorsement
yummy.
right there.
Yeah. Okay. Now the liqueurs, we have 2 types of liqueurs. We have triple sec and Grand Marnier. Now we want to use either or.
Okay.
But this is a little bit more expensive.
Right.
Now, this is a generic liqueur. Anybody can make triple sec. It's an orange flavored liqueur. Grand Marnier is also an orange flavored liqueur. It uses cognac as a base, but this is a proprietary liqueur. Only Grand Marnier can make Grand Marnier.
All right.
All right. Very similar, a little bit more expensive, a little bit more costly. I'm kind of leery about using this in drinks, but it does come out pretty darn good.
Why are you leery about using it in drinks?
Because it's a little bit more expensive.
Oh,
and
okay, because of the cost.
Yeah, the proprietary is more designed for drinking straight.
Yes, sipping in a hot tub.
A lot of time and effort was put into making these things, so to mix them up with some lemon and lime juice is a little bit on the
Feels like a bit of a travesty to it.
Yeah.
A quality bartender, right?
Don't ruin this stuff.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yeah. Okay, let's have some more of this.
You know what? When you weren't looking, I was.
Delicious, eh?
All right.
And with these,
good.
fresh ingredients. We got lemons, limes, we got oranges on here. Another thing with tequila, it's so darn good.
You can't go wrong.
You know, like I go to a lot of places, it's like,
boy.
when you see this, and this stuff was provided by Lansdowne Liquor Stores, thanks to Eileen, Gail, Kim, Curtis, and the lovely Dana for these. And we're going to go on with this a little bit more in the next segment.
So
and a little
any
bit
of
more
these
detail.
products you can find at Lansdowne Liquor
Absolutely,
Store,
go
and
in
we're going
there.
to be working with more of them in just a second. We'll be back with more Midday. Welcome back to Midday. We're visiting again with Brian Henderson, who's visiting us from Storm's Restaurant. He's the bartender there.
Correct.
And Lansdowne Liquor has kindly supplied
They have, yes.
some stuff for us to sample today.
Yep, thanks to Lansdowne Liquor Store for this stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
So we've had delicious margaritas. What's happening next?
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about some garnishes here. Now, when I go to a restaurant or a bar, this is one thing I judge on how good the restaurant and bar is, okay? The quality of how they cut the lemons and limes. If you look at this one, there's seeds in here and there's pith on here. This, unacceptable.
Okay.
All right?
There's a right way
I
and a
would
wrong
not
way.
use. This is the wrong way. There's
Okay.
not enough time and effort put into this. This is what you're looking for. Nice, clean, crisp, no seeds, no lemons. So when you squeeze it in there, perfect.
You're not going to have any seeds in your drink?
Exactly. We don't want seeds. Okay. Wheels, lovely looking garnish. Orange slices, absolutely. Just fire these things in there, but you want to make sure they're nice and clear.
Awesome.
Now, another thing that we do with a lot of drinks is twists. This is one right here. This is called a thumbnail. And basically, what you want to do here is there's oils inside the skin here, and we want them inside the drink. So we aim it right on top, squeeze it, and then, then we go around, so lip like that, and then
Okay.
boom, just
so
like that.
I should prepare to shudder the next
You should
time
be
that-
prepared to shudder. So when you drink from this, you're going to get quite a bit of zip onto the
All right.
onto
Zip
the
on
lips. Try it.
zip
Yeah,
on the
give it a
lips?
whirl. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. You know what's really nice about that too is that you get the aroma just before you take a sip.
Aroma. This is the key. We talked about this last time. What you're tasting is what you're smelling.
Yes.
All right. Now here's a better even way to do
That's
this.
really lovely. I
It
like
is.
that, yeah.
Okay. Take your handy dandy Bic lighter. Heat up.
Oh, light her up.
Okay. And let her rip.
Whoa!
In it goes. Now, as you can even smell right now,
Yes.
we've got the smell of burnt oranges flowing around through the studio here.
amazing.
Delicious. And
I've
give it a
never
whirl.
seen anyone do that before. Oh, we'll have to cheers again.
Cheers.
Marcel's laughing at us.
They're delicious, Marcel. You got one too.
So good, Marcel. Your
Yeah.
turn's coming.
Yep. All right, so maybe back to the tequilas here. We also have a mezcal here. Now, mezcal is also from Mexico. It's used in a lot of the different areas where they also or they grow the Weber blue agave or different types of agaves, and in it goes. And you can even see on here it says 100% agave on there. We don't
And
know
that's what you're
exactly.
looking for?
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
One thing I didn't point out here is this is a mix. It does say here on tequila, so it has to be from Mexico and it has to be from the Jalisco region. A mix they use maybe 51% agave, 49%. Not really
mystery?
sure. Yeah. Okay. So when you go to Mexico, I don't want to bash Mexico here. Love the country. Awesome. I've been there so many times. I wrote a book there.
But there are things to be aware of.
There are things. So when you go into these stores that have all this different types of tequila in there, make sure you find the NOM number and the CRT registration on the back. If it doesn't have it, put it back
Okay.
and grab another
So
one.
it's not even about what's on that registry, it's just that the registry exists.
Is there, and the government is saying, yes, this is the production done
We trust
correctly.
it.
Yes, we trust this.
Okay.
We do not have a mezcal with the worm in it. However, here's the thing.
The legit.
The legit stuff. The mezcal, the one with the worm, originally it was a marketing idea, and it's not a worm, it's actually a larva from a moth. And they put it in there, so when you look at that moth larva, if he's nice and looking comfy in there, go for it. If he's got stuff growing around him, put it back on the shelf, get something else.
It's usually a good rule for anything, really.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, if it looks
Scoring
good,
at it, move
go
away.
for it, yeah. Another thing to point out is colors of the bottles. Now, these are clear, so when you look at this, that looks good. However, two things we don't want is sunlight and heat.
Okay.
A lot of dark bottles are that for a reason, so they keep the light out. Now, the bad thing about that is you can't actually see the product in there and you're not really quite sure.
Right.
But if you look at this, that looks good to me. It's stored correctly. You want things in boxes. This is awesome because there's no light getting in here.
Right.
And that's a good thing. Light, bad.
Light bad, heat bad.
Yeah.
That's why you keep your liquor store or your liquor cabinet up high with closed doors.
Yes, and away from, this is when my beer drinking buddies come over, and this is when my girlfriend's dad comes over, something like that.
Totally.
There's
That's
a
when
total
the in-laws
difference.
are going to show up.
Yeah.
All right.
And with a lot of stuff, you just got your fresh ingredients. Go for it. Load them up. I even put a little bit of Sprite in this, just
Perfect.
to kind of bolster it up,
Give
give
it
it
some
some
pep.
bubbles, and got a little sweeten it up and kind of go from
And
there.
what else is coming up at Storm's Restaurant? Is the
Summertime coming
patio?
up.
Yeah.
It's weather pending on the patio. It is
Yes.
all looking good out there. Tables are set up. if it's sunny, chances are we're going to be open for it. If you want to sit out there and it's cold and windy like it might be today, go for it. We got some blankets for you.
Bring a poncho.
Yeah.
All right, so the patio is open periodically, weather depending, but the bar is always open.
Bar is always open.
Stop in and visit Storm's Restaurant, and also the Lansdowne Liquor Store, who provided us with all of these ingredients today.
Yeah,
thanks so much to them.
Eileen and Kim and Gail and Dana and Curtis.
Great, and thanks to you for coming in, Brian. We look forward to having you back.
I shall
We'll be back with more Midday in just a minute.